Thank you. I went over here in my corner.
I make a motion that we, due to meeting with the attorney and Gerald and the attorneys from OMAG, that we continue this on Friday.
Yes.
I make a motion, we were notified today that OMAG hired an attorney for the town on the issues, and they have requested that the town attorney and Gerald, the mayor, have a meeting with them before we take further actions to verify to make sure that the town is doing things the way they need to be done. And at that time, a final decision will be made on what needs to happen in this situation. And unfortunately, until we confirm with OMAG, we're not able to move forward at this specific time.
Yes.
Yes.
Public had, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Did y'all set a specific time?
Yeah, a date and time.
Friday at 4 p.m.
4 p.m.
Okay.
Okay.
Everybody,
So,
Yes, I'm good with that.
okay, so I'm trying to understand here now. So we decided we're not gonna finish last night's agenda? It's
That's
done
what
now?
we're doing, right?
No.
We're continuing it.
Okay, last night's was continued, but the issue you talked about, you're not continuing that.
We are continuing it. That's
They
what.
have
Oh,
to
okay.
meet with the
I'm
attorney.
just trying to get caught
You're
up.
fine.
I ain't never been where we stopped a meeting in the middle.
Right.
Hey, we're doing that all night.
There's
You
a
get
bunch of
24 hours
litigation
prior.
going on in the background.
they're continuing that meeting and
Okay,
reconvening
okay, so the
those
litigation was
same
mentioned
issues.
2 or 3 times on the paperwork. I could barely read it. I took pictures of it, but I can't get it now because y'all took it off the door and put it
Oh.
behind the bars. So I can't, and I gotta have glasses. I don't
Yeah,
care.
do you guys have a copy of that agenda I could have
Could I have a
tonight?
copy
The new one?
Yeah,
We don't-
this one here.
Oh.
This one.
The one
Oh,
from
one
Monday.
from last night?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, could I have a
That
copy
we're
so you
still
can see
doing
it?
Because
now.
I can't read it through that.
Yeah.
I can't either.
Please understand that we were not aware until today that OMAG had hired attorneys for the town. So because of that new development, we have to convene with them, consult with them, find out what they want us to do, how to handle things, so that we cover the town and we cover the town people. We want to make sure that everything is done legally. Whatever the town decide, or the council decides to do, we need to know what our legal options are, and OMAG wants to make sure that we have that knowledge before we make a decision.
The litigation that we're discussing is, that's the only litigation, Joey Oliver, that's going on currently? I thought I read it was mentioned twice on that paper. The one I can't see right there.
I don't have any
There's-
information on OMAG.
There's a civil suit against the town, is the
Oh,
only
there is a civil
litigation
suit.
that
And
they're
that's in
involved with
litigation
that.
too? That's,
I'm sorry?
That's all,
That's
it's all
on
wrapped
that.
up
Yeah,
together.
it's all combined.
Oh, okay.
Well-
so that's the only litigation going on is Mr. Oliver?
And the town lawsuit.
Oh,
Yes.
and a town lawsuit?
Correct.
Is that
Is
perfect?
our litigation the only litigation
Or are there others?
for Bokoshe?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then we can get a copy of the litigation where, or what it's about. We have.
It is, it's a Sequoia County
I can
civil
get you a
case
copy
that
of it.
anybody can get,
Okay.
I'll get you, I'll get you.
Yeah, it's
a copy.
public.
Okay, I'd like a copy. I'm sorry. I didn't,
No,
I'm
you're
just
fine.
trying to get caught
Oh,
up.
sorry, yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, if you go to the Southside Transparency page.
Is there any other questions tonight, guys?
If not, all you want.
So we're just continuing on.
Alright, motion to recess then until that time.
We'll make a motion to recess until 4 p.m. on Friday.
A second.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Recess.
Okay, so.
Gerald, are you
Not done
free
yet.
for that attorney?
We are
sometime
done
this week?
for-
Okay.
until Friday at 4 p.m.
But
because
you're not gonna open it up to the public for any questions or concerns again?
not on this one, because this is strictly
I'm
about
not talking
Joey.
about for Joey.
This
But
meeting
when you
tonight,
ended it, there was still stuff on that paper that you hadn't covered yet, wasn't there?
No,
No.
we finished that out.
They
We just-
done a couple of the executive
reconvened number
deals, they
8.
do it two in one meeting.
Oh, drug them together?
Yes.
Because I thought it was listed more than once.
Well, there's the water,
Yeah.
the town,
Yeah.
the fire department, and the cemetery.
You know, I have one question if I could ask? What is unforeseeable circumstances? I believe I read that on the
Yeah,
agenda,
I seen
and
that.
that was very confusing for me.
What does that mean?
What
That
is-
opens
what-
up
what
a
is
lot.
that?
Unforeseen circumstances is, okay, say we post the agenda on Thursday,
Right,
okay? If something was to happen between that time that we posted versus our meeting that had come up for the town,
That needed,
then we can't vote, but we can at least discuss.
to put it on the agenda for next agenda?
Right.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cause
That's what that's
I've never
for.
seen that before and it was really kinda confusing.
So
Yeah.
that's for anybody?
Yes.
Or that's for y'all?
No.
Well, let's say something was to happen, we posted the agenda on Thursday. Let's say something catastrophic or not so catastrophic happened, that the board didn't know Thursday that we need to put it on the agenda. If it happened, Monday night during our meeting, we can sit and discuss that. If something was to happen, say we had to buy a new fire hydrant or something, a water main break or a sewer line break or something happened that we needed to get parts for,
Mhm.
that was over the amount of money that I'm allowed to approve. Then we can at least discuss it, set up a special meeting after that, or if it could wait for the following meeting, then we can put it on the agenda for then.
They can't vote on anything new, on an unforeseen
Yes.
circumstance, but it's just kind of like for them to
But
be
it
aware of
gives
the
them an
situation.
idea.
It's
Yeah.
a
Yes.
it's a discussion
Okay.
deal for us.
Thank you for clarifying that, cause
I didn't know.
I was kinda confused on.
Okay, so police reports, we're off, the agenda's done, right?
Right,
Okay,
but I
okay,
just
we're
wanna
closed,
say
we're
one
off
thing,
minutes.
we're done. I'd just
Okay.
like to say one more thing. That's one reason why we're starting to have, separate meetings for the town to come and talk, because a lot of people think they can come to a city council meeting, even if they're on the agenda, and they can discuss their problem with the council. We can get a resolution done that night, and everybody goes home happy. Unfortunately, a lot of times, because of the way the agenda is set up, we can't make a follow-up in that same meeting.
Yes, ma'am, and they've made that clear before already. When we
Right.
talked to you tonight, Gerald's made that clear, so has, Paula Jones, cause she
I'll
said
listen to
here.
But what-
anybody and everybody
He
can
said,
vote
we
in.
will listen, they agreed, we'll
Yes.
listen to your complaints, but we can't give you a resolution tonight, cause we have to get together and discuss it.
Right.
They
So
have to
my
put it on the
goal-
agenda to
So-
vote for the next
On
time.
the next
but
Right.
meeting, yeah,
Right.
that's already been understood.
So my
Yeah.
goal is, we're trying to have a different.
So the
meeting
other one
prior
is
to-
sanctioned by the city, the one that y'all threw where there's just 2 board members there?
That was not an open meeting act violation because there was only two
no,
council
I did not
members
say
there.
that.
no,
I
he's
don't
just
know.
asking,
He's
is
asking.
it sanctioned by the
Did
city?
the city approve that? The city said,
Yes,
we wanna
sir.
do this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, was it to keep it off the minutes?
No, it's to
No,
give
it's
them,
just to
But-
discuss.
But if you read the
concerns.
letter, it says, you bring us your complaints, and at that meeting, we're gonna have a resolution. Yet you don't know what complaints they're gonna bring you. So how
no.
can you,
I-
it
there
says it
was-
on your letter,
Or
man,
to
would you
bring
like
your
me to get it?
concerns.
But they can bring those complaints,
To
like
the
she
board
said, to
meeting.
the.
But the letter
to the
says,
agenda.
we will have a resolution.
Can I see a copy of that letter?
Isn't that what it says?
It said that if you talk at the previous meeting before the actual council meeting,
Yes.
that they
You still
will
have a
have a
copy? Yes, I
resolution
do.
at the council.
They will have a
meeting.
resolution at the council.
Okay, what I wrote was you are invited, Bokoshe residents, you are invited to attend a meeting to discuss town issues and concerns. 2 city council members will be present to listen to and document the concerns
Understood that.
discussed at this meeting. These concerns will then be presented to the other council members at the next council meeting on August 12th for discussion and resolution. So it wasn't promised that at this meeting that it would be resolved.
For discussion
but-
and resolution is what I read, correct? And
At the
resolution.
next meeting, yeah.
So maybe it need to be worded different.
Another
Discussed
meeting.
at this
Well, and
meeting,
it's-
then
it's just the
concerns will
way
be
it
presented to
reads.
the other
Yeah,
council
discussed at your
members.
meeting out there, and then later on,
On the
turn it over
This,
to them.
this one, then it would be
Let me read it
discussed-
again later.
Okay.
I don't have a.
Okay, but,
I understand what, I
What
may
we're
be wrong,
trying to
that's
do-
cool,
well,
I'm done.
that was Friday, and the agenda was posted on Thursday.
I understand
Right.
that. I misread it, let me read it
That's-
again, and I'll
that's-
ask my question
that's
again.
perfectly
And
fine.
so,
Maybe I'm
yeah, I
confused.
mean, if there were, and I don't know what was brought up at the meeting, but if there was anything that needed to be put on an agenda, it would be on the next one.
Yeah.
Right,
Because that agenda's already posted when they had that
when we have that
town
meeting.
hall meeting.
And that little meeting, we just brought our concerns and that was all that was. It was good.
Thank you.
So you guys are, so I understand, so you guys are creating a public forum for the citizens to come and discuss their concerns with just 2 of you, and then those 2 are gonna take it to the board
Correct.
and create a resolution for the next meeting.
That is the goal.
Well,
Okay.
And what,
Okay.
well, now I
Okay,
say,
now I'm
can
understanding.
I just
Yes,
point out?
yes.
clarify.
Yes.
The legal word resolution, that's a document that I would have to prepare. So I
Okay,
think you mean
okay.
you coming to some kind
A
of,
result.
a result.
Yes.
where you
Thank
vote
you.
on something,
Or a
because
resolve,
I don't know
if
about
you
that,
wanna
and I
use
don't
the
have
word
those
resolve.
resolutions
I
done.
gotcha.
But she's using a resolution like we're gonna try to help whatever
To
the
fix
problem
it.
Get it
We're
taken
gonna try
care
to
of.
fix it.
I'm
So-
trying to
May
speed it
result.
up.
Sorry.
I'm not as concerned as I thought.
And
I'm
that
as
might
confused
result
as
in
I
me
thought.
having to draft a resolution depending on what you guys want to do.
Right.
And Mr. Perry, that's
I'm not
why
having those
questions are
resolutions
so
ready.
important, and they're very welcome. There's been
Yeah,
a
because
lot of
I'm not just trying to keep,
misunderstandings.
I'm trying to keep y'all in line, so
And we
y'all
appreciate
get
it.
trouble, because right
Yeah.
now, I will say this wholeheartedly, I'm pretty sure a majority of the council does not represent me at this time.
Understand that, and we're trying to change that. We
And
are.
I've been asking questions for 29 years, that's quite a while to be, that's not misunderstood. There's a lot of other words, a lot of other synonyms I could use right now, but I've been rather friendly and nice and polite.
And we appreciate that.
You have been
Now, I will
two
get to the
times I've
point where I
seen you.
ask questions on the minutes, Mr. Gerald. I asked you last night off the minutes.
Right.
And you told me you didn't know how to get a police report. As a city mayor,
Well, I said right now, we don't have a policeman in.
that's a simple one. The answer ain't no,
Well,
and not as a mayor.
To be
Can
fair,
you
that
get your
is an
police report?
issue.
Yeah, I'll get your
We're
police report, give me
having,
a little bit of time.
Yeah, but that's not his
bad.
issue, it's your issue.
Give me a little
Yes.
bit of
I
time.
understand, I understand, and I told you what I told you last night. I said, let me
I
Look.
see
understand,
what
but
I can do.
And just from an outsider looking in, there's issues that's in the city that's pretty deep, and it's been ran this way for a long time. And whenever you have the situation where it's been ran this way for decades, probably, that this is how it's been done. You know, there's opportunity to learn from the mistakes and correct them and move
Absolutely.
forward. And that's what we guys are here to help with. And I've had a conversation with Miss Joy today, and you know, we're not here to destroy the city. We don't want that. We want to help get this running right, because people have reached out to us and said, we have no say. We have no voice in our city. And that has happened, guys.
Yes,
And a
that's
lot.
why we're trying to stop
And
that.
if you guys do the right thing for your citizens, and I would imagine that you guys represent wards, like a certain part of your city.
I think
It's
so.
not
All
that
I
Years
have-
ago,
So- and that's what so it's not like Salazar or these bigger cities where they have wards.
It's
So
not that big.
you guys
No, we
are
do have
all,
wards.
Technically,
We do
we're,
have wards.
we're statutory
We
form
have
of
to have 5
government.
wards.
right, we had that
And
conversation.
As mayor, it's just ceremonial purposes.
Yes, right.
I'm just like a councilman.
Yes.
I mean, I don't
Kiss
have any-
babies, cut
Yes.
ribbons, and yeah, I
President
get
of
that.
Towns, right.
But you guys have the ultimate power on what happens in the city. And, you know, with this, I'm understanding that there hasn't been an audit for 6 years, and I think that there's one here recent, but that's very
They're working
important.
on
They're
one.
working.
Yeah,
on
and
it.
that's very important for you guys not to let
Yes.
that lapse. COVID or
Yes.
no COVID or the world's on fire and bokoshe safe. I mean, you gotta operate as a city and hold to that, because people depend upon you guys wholeheartedly. You guys are their voice for how the city runs. And, you know, and again, the Joey Oliver thing is a whole separate issue with what we have found out about this guy, but you know, we hope that we can help you guys bring change to the city for your citizens, and we will back you 100% and do everything we can.
I tell you what, this is coming from a rape victim. Been there. I don't want another man in this town with a gun and a badge that can do it again. No. Absolutely not. And I'm sure you guys have got little girls too, just like I was. It wasn't nice, it wasn't pretty, and I dang sure don't want any other little girl or boy to go through that again. No, unacceptable.
Guys, and
So I'm sure I just found 2 people that you don't represent, just saying it. And for the record, I don't know this man, I don't know that woman, I don't know Ron Durbin until 2 nights ago. And he's got a hell of a following, 54,000, I think.
hundreds of thousands,
So
because not.
that's just the ones that, yeah, but when you look at all the other places,
Yes.
he's got a ton of people.
Yeah, we
All
have-
it takes is one person to make a phone call, and you know how today's media is.
It's big, guys. And I'm not coming here with the force of that, but what I did have a conversation with Joy today is that, look, we have put the city on notice that this is what you have. And in the event that Joy does go out there and do something to another little girl, the liability that you guys possess is so massive.
Absolutely.
And I will promise you guys, Ron and I will promise you, in the Facebook community, the YouTube community, I promise you we will assist that person in getting righted. They will get righted. You guys need to do the right thing and limit that liability. And if you do that, limit your liability, guys. That's just business 101.
Yep.
Limit your liability.
Can I just make clear on there that Joy and Joey sounded a lot?
I hate that all day long today. I've been like Joey.
Your
Joey.
allegations are not on me, Chris.
And I apologize, Joey. And I don't know.
You're Miss Joy.
You're Miss Joy. I'll start calling you Miss Joy. And I apologize. But all I'm saying, guys, is limit your liability the best you can. From a business standpoint, business 101, limit your liability, cut your dead wood out, get good wood in, and move forward. And that's all we're asking.
Which
It's
I think we
business, we're all supposed to be neighbors, friends.
Friends.
Well, right at the
families.
moment, we can't move forward until we talk to the attorney.
OMAG.
Because
OMAG's
of the
gonna-
litigation.
Yes.
They've kinda tied our
I
hands
heard
till
that
they
while ago,
tell us.
Denise.
Yeah.
I heard
So-
all that.
But it is our intent to have some kind of vote one way or the other on Friday.
And we discussed about that litigation earlier today.
Yeah.
And there is solutions for that litigation, guys. We're not here to hurt you guys.
Well, we will resolve all this on Friday.
That sounds good. We'll be back.
4
I
o'clock.
was say 4. I was going to say 3. It's 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. Okay.
All right. We're adjourned. You adjourned.
Yes.
Guys, we appreciate you. We really do. Anyhow.
At least two businesses want to talk about dogs on
Mr.
private
Perry.
publicly instead of privately like we failed to
Mike,
That'd be a good one.
Sir, I do want to let you know, as a citizen, you do have the right to, if you.
Hold on.
I'm not a fan.
They won't speak.
Oh, well, I was just going to tell him about the ways to put stuff, I'm sorry? I was just, yeah. Okay. I was just gonna kind of tell you ways that if you have concerns that you can take it. Go your way or not? Okay, so you go. I just, well, you act like you
Last
didn't know
time I
how
was here when they said, okay, it's open up for public forum, Dean Collins went, you can't talk in here. That's after he doesn't, they don't want me, anything you ask me about, you too, Miss Samantha, anything y'all ask me about this town, it's gonna end in a nightmare. I've been here 39 years. It's gonna end in a
I just wanna give you a way to put something on the
Last
agenda.
time I was in here, Dean Collins, you ain't allowed to talk in here. This is after he left. Shaloa Edwards. Who else he let talk? Charlie Burton.